Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to the weekend preview for June 30th, 2013. I'm Darkside Phil, and beginning this week, I am pleased to announce we are starting the Summer of Retro. And I'm so excited for this. I want to say special thanks to Hazard, who actually made the really cool rotating icon that you're seeing right over here in the corner of the screen. That I'll be actually using when I'm doing my retro playthroughs and streams. It's going to be pretty neat. Welcome to the weekend preview. It's a very exciting week for me. I'm extremely pumped for this week for multiple reasons. We've got quite a wide variety and mix of content coming to you this week that I really feel you're going to enjoy. Okay? If you don't know what I'm talking about with the Summer of Retro, be prepared to have your head blown, because I made a huge announcement this past Thursday on my podcast, Hate Live, where I basically announced my plans for the summer. Now, traditionally during the summer months, it's a dead time, okay? It's a time where it's slow. It's very slow when it comes to video game releases. Unfortunately, a lot of companies decide to push their games to the last quarter of the year to try to make more money for the holidays rather than releasing it a little bit earlier during the summer. And I've always said it doesn't make sense to me because a lot of people are either out of school, they're on vacation, they're on holiday or break, and this is a time when they could probably be playing video games a lot, but not a lot of games get released during the summer. And just going through my schedule for the next few months, I don't know if anyone actually has watched it yet, but back over on my vlogs channel, The King of Hate Vlogs on YouTube, I uploaded a schedule update for the next several months. Now, it only had games that had definitive release dates, but if you look at the months of July and August, it's not until maybe the second half of August that things really pick up with new game releases. It's going to be very slow. And because of that, my schedule was pretty much wide open. And I said, well, what should I do when it comes to my summer? Because every summer I do something a little different. Last year I did a couple marathons like Batman and Spider-Man. I did a GTA marathon during the summer as well. People loved the GTA games when I played Vice City and San Andreas and Grand Theft Auto 3. But now it's time to do something a little different. So what I announced on Thursday was that this summer is going to be called the Summer of Retro. And that I have a series of games that I played as a small child. Not really a small child, but as a younger person. And I grew up with these games. These games, in my mind, are the quintessential classics of console gaming. And I now have the capability, through direct capture technology, through emulation, through streaming, to give you a high-quality playthrough of these games like I was never able to do before because I was using a camera that wouldn't really film these games very well. So the games that I am definitely playing this summer are as follows: Earthbound, Chrono Trigger, Super Mario World Co-op with John Rambo, Final Fantasy IV, and A Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. These are 5 classic games that I played the hell out of when I was younger. I love these games to death. These are games that everyone, they fucking mark out for them, basically. They say, oh my god, these could be considered some of the best games ever made, and people cannot wait to see people play them. So I'm finally going to be doing all these, okay? I actually purchased this week, I'll show you, USB controllers, SNES controllers, oh shit, different ones from different brands, 3 different ones I found on Amazon, so I got them all to use with my PC. Now, I don't know which one's the best. That's what I'm going to do. Try them all, see which one's the best. But I also needed 2 anyway for when I do co-op with John Rambo. So I needed 2. I said, oh, I got 3, so now I have an extra. Big deal. So I'm going to be trying all these different ones to see which one is actually the best. And we're going to have a lot of fun this summer, I think, with the Summer of Retro. So without further ado, now that I've explained to you what exactly is going on, and by the way, yes, Hazard, I am very happy for this logo. It looks really neat. And during playthroughs, it's also going to look really neat, so thank you for that awesome spinning logo, Hazard. It's going to be an exciting summer. I'm really pumped to get into the retro games, but I'm also pumped to do the other stuff that's coming up this summer. So let me explain to you what I'm planning on doing this week, because it's going to be a very unique week, okay? Now, first of all, I'm actually live streaming and recording this week in preview at 7:50 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sunday. As soon as I finish recording it, I'm going to upload it to YouTube. So as soon as it's done uploading, I'm going to do a second stream, which is going to be more exploration of the OUYA, this really oddball Android console that is so different from everything else because the game selection is so different. but it actually seems to be kind of fun in a couple of games in a couple of regards. What I'm going to do is, once again, going to be jumping and downloading more apps and games, and I'm going to be doing that tonight to kind of put the lid on, okay, this is the exploration, the initial exploration of the OUYA and what it can do, okay? So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to be uploading OUYA videos from today to DSP Gaming overnight. So if you didn't see the videos yet, you absolutely have to check out the 2 videos that I've done on this game called The Amazing Frog. People are already calling it some of the funniest stuff I've ever done, if not the funniest videos I've ever made. And it's hard now to get the word out and promote a video that I think is good because I can't feature it on my fucking page anymore because YouTube changed the one channel format, you know what I mean? So now you can't pick what featured video shows up on your page. So it's hard for me to say, watch this video, it's really good. But I'm telling you, watch the Amazing Frog videos, especially the one we did last night with the co-op with myself and John Rambo, was fucking hilarious, and people are dying for me to play it more. They're like, please play the game more, okay? Alright, so, that's what's going to happen tonight. More OUYA. Tomorrow is officially the beginning of the Summer of Retro. It starts tomorrow. And so I've been mulling around in my head, what game should I play first out of all the Summer of Retro games? Because you got 3 JRPGs with Earthbound, Chrono Trigger, and Final Fantasy IV, although they are very different games, okay? Even though they are all the same style, they are very different games. So I'm kind of mulling in my head, should I start on JRPG, or should I go more action-based? Because The Legend of Zelda is a lot more action-based game, and a little bit less story, but more, you know, gameplay-oriented. And so I'm mulling it over in my head, what game do you play first? And a lot of people right now in the stream chat immediately are all picking out their favorites. Some people say Chrono Trigger. I want, you know, Earthbound. People are saying Legend of Zelda. Oh, someone says do Legend of Zelda last. Huh. So I think it's going to be a lot of things tying up, but I've decided that it's not going to be Legend of Zelda. I'm not going to do that first. So then I was mulling in my head, gee, what should I do? And I'll be honest, Chrono Trigger is a really great JRPG, but it has 16 different endings too. And I don't know if the first game that I want to play is going to be a game that's going to have multiple endings, and I end up replaying it over and over and over. I think the game that I'm going to start with is Earthbound. Okay? I've decided that it's going to be Earthbound. It's a game is classic, a quirky RPG that a lot of people never played, but it was one of the best stories, pretty much of any SNES game I've ever played. Unique cast of characters, the graphic design is awesome. So I've decided Earthbound is going to be first, okay? That's what's going to start tomorrow. And I think what I'm going to do is tomorrow I'm going to do a dual stream, okay? Where what I may do is partially, the first stream, the big chunk of my main stream may be Earthbound, and then my second stream tomorrow is probably going to end up being something on the OUYA, because I've played several games on the OUYA that I'm thinking of actually doing playthroughs of, including Saturday Morning RPG, Oregon Trail, Final Fantasy III, obviously, but it's not going to be that one. That one's, I'm already going to be playing Final Fantasy IV this summer. I probably won't play Final Fantasy III right away, okay? But there's going to be something on the OUYA. I'm going to pick a game that I want to buy the full version and actually play it, okay? So that's going to be tomorrow, and what I'm going to try to do is, in between the streams or whatever, I'm going to try to film my review for Deadpool, which I have right here. I beat it last week. Haven't had a chance to review it yet, but I really have a lot of stuff to say about it, especially with the way the mainstream media treated this game, and I think people are going to enjoy the review, so that's going to be tomorrow as well. Okay? Now, Tuesday is going to be a fun day, because it's another Call of Duty Black Ops 2 Zombie DLC, and I'm excited because I did not get to do the last one, but the one before that I actually did play with the Airy Lord Nestor, or he goes by Corruchado, obviously, on Xbox Live, and P-Dog, and we want to do this next one again live on release day. In fact, when we did it, it was a hit. Views-wise, it was a hit. Everyone loved that last DLC, so we're going to be doing it again on release day. And what that means is that we're going to be trying to figure out all the Easter eggs in this DLC, which could be hit or miss. If you remember the last one, we found a lot of them, but we never figured out the full sequence. We're going to be trying to do that for this DLC as well. So that's going to be Tuesday. Now, there's another DLC as well being released Tuesday. It's the final DLC character, or at least in the first set in Season 1 of Injustice Gods Among Us. Its character is ZOD, okay? I'm going to be playing with him. It's unclear whether or not it's going to actually be on Tuesday or if it's going to be later in the week, because I don't know how long we're going to be playing the Call of Duty maps on Tuesday. Keep in mind that there's the zombie mode and there's also new maps to play just in multiplayer, and I might be trying those out as well, especially because I never did a multiplayer set with direct capture, okay? And it might be a really neat opportunity for me to do direct capture Call of Duty videos and see exactly what that looks like with the DLC pack. So, I'm going to definitely be playing with ZOD this week. I'm just not sure if it's going to definitely be on Tuesday or if it's going to be on Wednesday. But I'm going to do just like I've always done. I'm going to do an introduction to ZOD in training mode where I try to mesh out his combos and stuff. Then we're going to go into arcade mode and we're going to play through his story, which really isn't a story. It's just a classic ladder where he has an ending. And then I'm going to take him online and we're going to see how we do against people online in an online setting. So that's going to be exciting. I'm really looking forward to that. Either Tuesday or Wednesday. More than likely it's going to end up being Wednesday, but I don't want to make a promise. If I could squeeze it in Tuesday night, we'll have to see. So Tuesday, Call of Duty New Zombies map pack plus new maps. Wednesday, probably ZOD and maybe a combination of Call of Duty. And then basically the rest of the week, well, except for Thursday, let me bring this up. On Thursday is the new episode of Ask the King. So that's right, on Thursday, July 4th, I know it's Independence Day, it's a holiday for some people, but I will be live streaming in the afternoon and answering your questions. Whether it's you submit them on the forums on thekingofhate.com, there's a forum section for this next episode of Ask the King, or you can post it up on Twitter and Facebook that afternoon as I'm reading through all the questions, or you can attend the live stream that I'm actually going to be doing. And when you attend the live stream, you'll be able to enter your question into a question raffle, which I'll draw from, and I'll answer those questions. So Ask the King this Thursday afternoon. It'll be my first stream, but it may be a little bit later than a normal first stream because I have to read through all the questions and get answers and such, okay? And then for the rest of the week, I'm going to be continuing Earthbound. I'll be probably continuing whatever game it is I choose for the OUYA that I'm going to play. Friday night is going to be Friday Night Demon Souls yet again. At least if nothing changes. I haven't heard from John Rambo since yesterday, but he basically said that he'll be able to come again on Saturday to do our gameplay. So what that means is that Friday will be Friday Night Demon Souls paired with whatever the first stream will probably be Earthbound. Okay, Saturday, John Rambo will be here. New episode of Smart Guy. So wow, consistency. We're finally doing 2 weeks in a row with Smart Guys, and the beginning of the Super Mario World Direct Capture live stream co-op gameplay. It's going to be an absolute blast. I cannot wait to play Super Mario World with John, and he actually asked me, he said, Phil, alright, so what are we going to do? Are we just going to run through the game, or are we going to do a real playthrough? I said, we're going to do a real playthrough. We're going to go to Star World. We're going to try to get all the secrets. We're going to try to kick this game's ass and beat it from start to finish. And he's like, that could take a while. I said, I know, but, we'll space it out a few weeks, and I think we can get it done. We can beat every stage. We can find all the secrets. We can unlock the stuff. We can actually unlock the special world, beat the special world, and then unlock the thing that changes the way the whole world works in the game. It's really neat. I think people are really going to enjoy that playthrough. So definitely tune in this Saturday for Super Mario World. That's going to be awesome, okay? Then, Sunday, Monday, leading into next week, there really isn't anything new going on. In fact, next week there are no new releases outside of the Metal Gear Solid collection, but I've played every single Metal Gear Solid game besides the original Metal Gear Solid 1. So what I'm going to be doing is continuing on with Earthbound, with the OUYA game that I'm playing. I may start a new retro game. I may actually go back to Fallout for one stream, or I may actually start Metal Gear Solid because I can get it for download over PlayStation Network, and I may actually do that next week in celebration of the Metal Gear Solid collection being released. So next week, there's a possibility of Metal Gear Solid. I'll have more solid information on that, that's no pun intended, but I'll have more solid info on what I'm doing next week in 1 week when I do the weekend preview then. Right now, I'm just kind of speculating. I don't know how far I'm going to get in the games that I'm playing this week. Okay, so outside of all that stuff, I do have another new DSP Tries-It lined up, okay, which I will be uploading at some point this week on a day when I don't have another vlog to upload, basically. And there's a couple things that I haven't gotten around to that I need to get around to, one of which most notably is a Condo Tour. I didn't do a Condo Tour this year, and a lot of people are disappointed that I didn't do a Condo Tour this year because the Condo has changed. I got new models and stuff you guys haven't seen because I don't do channel updates anymore. I have the podcast, and therefore I talk about all the events of my channel and my podcast. You guys haven't seen all these new... I have new statues and stuff up over here. You haven't seen the mess that my fucking streaming setup looks like. you haven't seen a lot of the stuff that's changed around my condo. So I'm actually planning on possibly doing a condo tour at some point and releasing that. It may be this week. It's going to definitely be sometime during the summer because this is the downtime when people want to see it, okay? In addition to that, I'll still need to make a video where I show you all 3 of my gaming headsets. So what I need to do is make one for each headset, and then I need to make one that compares all 3 and tells you which one I think is the best and for what. So that I need to do at some point as well. I also have another new product that I've been trying that I want to do a DSP tries it on. Like, I've got so much stuff to talk about and to do for vlogging. So a lot of that may be coming up this week. It all depends on how busy I get with the Summer of Retro and all the stuff that's going on. So this week is jam-packed with content. So let's review. Tonight, more OUYA and OUYA vids on DSP Gaming afterwards. Tomorrow, Earthbound starts, and then I'm going to be doing an OUYA game, a full playthrough, or starting a full playthrough, and I'm actually going to be reviewing Deadpool. Tuesday, it's all about the Call of Duty Zombies DLC that's coming out, plus I may actually play the new maps map pack, and it may be paired with ZOD and Injustice, but more than likely, ZOD from Injustice will be on all day Wednesday, plus, again, pair it with whatever else I'm doing, probably Earthbound. Thursday, first stream is actually going to be Ask the King. The second stream will probably end up being Earthbound or the OUYA game or something else, maybe ZOD if I didn't get to play enough with ZOD or whatever. That'll be Thursday. Friday, Earthbound and Demon Souls on second stream. Saturday, Smart Guys and Super Mario World Co-op. Sunday, going back to whatever it is that I didn't finish up. And then on Sunday next week, I'll be putting out a weekend preview so you know what to expect the week after. Okay? So, what a week. Jam-packed with content. I'm absolutely excited to start all these new projects. I can't wait for the Summer of Retro to begin because I'll tell you, these games that I'm playing, like I said, I just love them so much. I grew up with them, and I really hold them dear to my heart as some of the things that really made me a lifetime gamer, made me love games so much. This is why I want to do them. So I really hope that if you don't like retro gaming, that you'll at least give it a chance, because I think you're going to be entertained by these games regardless of if you were around for the SNES era or not. I'm extremely pumped for the Summer of Retro. I hope that you're going to join me for it as well, and you'll give it a shot. I know a lot of people during the summer, oh, he's not playing new games. Well, I'm just going to skip his stuff for 3 weeks. I'm telling you, it's worth it. Plus, all this cool stuff I'm discovering on the OUYA. I mean, the Amazing Frog, I'm probably going to do a little bit more with Rambo come this Saturday. And it's just, there's a lot of cool, fun stuff going on with gaming right now that I actually wasn't expecting. I didn't expect the OUYA to come out and actually be kind of entertaining and be cool to explore and even maybe do full playthroughs of games on it, but it's looking like it's turning out like that. So, alright, so that is it for the weekend preview. Not very long, but I had a lot to talk about. A huge week of content coming up that I hope you'll join me for. So thanks a lot, everyone, for watching the weekend preview. Thank you for supporting me, especially during these summer months when there's downtime. I hope you'll watch my stuff. Join me on here on Twitch for live streams. Join me over on DSP Gaming for gaming playthroughs. Join me on the King of Hate vlogs for vlogging. I hope you'll join me everywhere that you can, and we're going to have a lot of fun. I'm really anticipating the next month and a half. It's going to be a blast, and I hope that you'll join me for it, okay? Thanks a lot, everyone. Have a good night. I'll see you for gameplay in the near future. Peace out.